Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his bag too. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Quisha. Y'all, today I am back with another mukbang. Y'all, I had to do this mukbang right away because I love Megan. Before I even get started, let me tell you what I'm eating. This is the Popeyes Meg the Stallion meal. I got everything and a little bit more, so let me tell you what I got. First of all, hold on. Let's take a shot of the Douce. I guess I'm gonna drive my own boat because I'm alone, but you know, whatever. Cheers, y'all. Okay. All right, what did you say, girl? Whew. Okay, so let me tell you what I got. So this is the Megan Thee Stallion Popeyes meal. It's a chicken sandwich with the hottie sauce. Here is the sauce, y'all. Is it zooming in? Is it focused? I feel like it's not. I'm not wearing my contacts. So we got the hottie sauce in the sandwich. I got the nuggets also. So that's what the meal is. The meal is the sandwich and a drink on the side with the hottie sauce, or the nuggets with a drink on the side. I got the sandwich, I got the nuggets, I got mashed potatoes, biscuits, and you know I had to stop and get some Douce. I'm also drinking, I guess I can put this down now, but this is what the chicken sandwich came in. Sorry if I'm shaking, y'all. I haven't eaten all day. I've been waiting all day to eat this, but look how cute. All right, so without further ado, let's get started because your girl is starving, okay? So how y'all doing? Y'all all right? I also have a sparkling water here. This is an orange vanilla seltzer. Okay, so let me try the hottie sauce. Megan Thee Stallion hottie sauce. I know that's right. So I also saw that Megan is open. She got like a couple of franchises too in Texas. All right. Oh, okay. Let me smell it first. It smells spicy. Here's the sauce. I don't want to spill it. It's a little... There's what the sauce looks like. Oh shoot, I'm excited. Okay, let me get a big one. The hottie sauce. The hottie sauce. Hold on, I need to slow. It's tangy and it's sweet. Now it could stand to be a little spicier. It's not as spicy as I thought it was gonna be. It's more tangy. It's good though, and it goes really well with this chicken. It's really good. A little piece of biscuit. All right, let's try the sandwich. The sandwich should already have the sauce on it. Yeah, because I can see it coming out the sides. But it's not like all over, so I'm going to pour some of the sauce on top. I want it in every bite. Let's go. Okay, I do have something to talk about today while I eat this delicious food. Y'all, it's really good. My only complaint is that it's not spicy enough. I like the sweet and the tangy together. It's a really good combination. I'm gonna put the Douce up here, okay? I'll put the Douce front and center. I don't know where to go, y'all. I'm so hungry. All right, let me take a dip The chicken and the mashed potatoes is my favorite thing to do. I don't want to lose none of the gravy. Ooh. Y'all want a bite? I can't tell if my camera is focusing or not, y'all. I'm so sorry. I lost my HDMI cord broke. If you haven't dipped your chicken in the mashed potatoes yet, baby, what are you doing? Took the words out of my mouth. My HDMI cord broke, so I can't see on my monitor, and I'm not wearing contacts, so I'm just hoping for the best. I hope y'all can see me. Let me get a little bit closer. Hold on. Is that better? And I'm kind of crouched down a little bit, but the food is really good. Let me get another bite of this sandwich, and I'm going to get into what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to take this out so y'all can see it. There's pickles on here and the sauce. The pickles make a big difference, okay? I should have got extra pickles. And they could have added more sauce. More sauce is what Megan would have wanted. I don't think she approved. Okay. So I want to talk about Housewives of Potomac. I'm caught up. I just watched the latest episode today. Yeah, this is so good. Okay, so first of all, let me talk about my thoughts about the season, how it's been thus far. We have a new housewife, Mia. I don't know how I feel about Mia. If you watch Potomac, please let me know your thoughts on Mia as the new housewife. I go back and forth with Mia because sometimes she is funny and she does know how to stir up the drama, okay? But a lot of the times it's like the wrong kind of drama. Like she's giving misinformation. She's lashing out at the wrong people. But she does know how to get the drama started and going, okay? I will say that. She is no boring housewife. Mia is not boring by any means. We do have Giselle and Karen trying to mend their friendship, which I really like. I like when Karen and Giselle get along. They just kiki it up, and it's so funny to watch the two of them just kind of go back and forth with each other. It's also really fun to watch them hate each other because Karen throws the best shade at Giselle. Giselle, not so much. She's trying, though. She's trying, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. The camera angle is bothering me, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Is this better, y'all? I hope so. So I do love that energy between Giselle and Karen. It's pretty funny to me. Let me tell you who I can't stand this season. Robin. Robin is doing too much, stirring it up with Wendy for no damn reason. Just because Giselle doesn't like Wendy. Wendy has done nothing to Robin. And I'm just not feeling the energy that they are giving Wendy this year, making her feel some type of way about her getting surgery on her body, a mommy makeover, as she should. Okay, she looks incredible. And while they do say that they're not trying to talk about the cheating rumors about her husband, they certainly bring it up quite a bit. Just messy, child, and then try to act like they're not being messy, but they're being very messy. I don't like these. Now the chicken and the potato. Let me try something. Okay. I'm gonna bust out the spork for this. Okay, I want to get a scoop of potatoes with the chicken, right? And then I'm gonna put some hottie sauce on top. A little hottie sauce. Oh, y'all didn't see Megan was also on Hot Ones. I have to watch that episode. I still need to watch it. I'm actually gonna watch it right after this. I heard she did well though. I heard she cleared it, so Period, sis. But let's take a bite. That's the combo right there. Lord of mercy. Okay, y'all. I'm not mad at the freshness of the food either. It's pretty fresh. I did drive to go get this, so you know, the ride back home, it wasn't far, but it's still pretty warm and fresh. Everything is still crunchy. Listen. I know you heard. Alright, alright. Okay. Now my thoughts on Candace this season. Candace, baby. I'm on Chris's side, her husband. She just needs to learn when to shut her mouth and not take the bait all the time. Candace has a reckless mouth, okay? Everything does not warrant like a comeback or a comment after somebody says anything. Candace has a really hard time of just letting people be petty and just let it go. If she would just let things go, they wouldn't come for her all the time. They know she's gonna pop off and go crazy. Now, one person I also want to talk about is Mia's husband, G. G. I do like that they gave me enough pickles to cover the entire sandwich. I appreciate that because, you know, usually they give you 1 or 2 pickles and they're always stacked up. If y'all don't spread them pickles around and give me more than 2. They gave me like 3 or 4 on this one, so, you know, I appreciate it. Oh, this is a combo right here. Okay. You see it? Here we go. Well, while there is a plane flying above, let me take a shot before I talk about G. G. This is for Megan. Okay. Y'all the do say it's strong, alright? Y'all know I don't usually drink brown, but I'm gonna do it for Megan, alright? Okay. Do say. Y'all, G. Okay, so all the couples went on a trip. They stayed in a big house. You know, most of the women brought their spouses. Not Giselle, because she doesn't have one. I feel like Michael isn't allowed to film with the cast for the most part of the season, so that's why he's not there. And Juan, I wasn't expecting Juan to show up. These biscuits could be a little fresher though. The biscuits ain't too fresh. So Mia, of course, brings her husband G, who I thought was, y'all thought he was like Ray. I thought he was just like an old man who didn't really do too much, you know, minding his business. Y'all, they took G on this trip. Now, at first on the trip, he was like, oh, I don't really want to go. You know, I don't like this kind of stuff. Could have fooled me. Child, G had a few shots in him. He started talking about where white women at. And just making like all these uncomfortable sexual jokes. He was putting his tongue out in front of Karen. Like, Karen's like, ew. He made a very awkward call in front of everybody to the G-Wagon dealership and made everybody be quiet so that Mia could get on speakerphone and they could hear that he bought her a G-Wagon. But then he made her get off the phone before she could answer any questions that pertain to the customization of said G-Wagon. So I don't understand what that was about. He's just like, you guys know those type of old men when they have a few drinks and they act up. That is exactly what G was doing, okay? Any kind of old drunk man, just stay away from him, okay? Because G was showing his ass. So let's talk about the latest episode, which just came out on Sunday. I do have notes, so I will be looking at my phone. It's gonna be like a slight recap, nothing too serious. When Wendy organized the couples trip, Robin and Giselle basically said that they weren't gonna go. So that was perfect because everybody got to pick their rooms. I like that Wendy, because they went on a previous trip, and Wendy, Ascala, and Karen got stuck in a little side house while everybody else was in like this main beautiful like villa, like in this main beautiful house, and they were like in a little side house. So when it was Wendy's turn to plan the trip, she let Ascala and Karen and Candace, no, she let Ascala and Karen pick their rooms first, and I think she let Ashley go next because she's a new mom or something like that. But I like that, and she made Candace go last because Candace put their ass in a little side house. Too cute. I do like that. We didn't know that Robin and Giselle were coming until Ashley basically called them and begged them to come, basically to start drama. I know that's what it was. They get there and they realize that they're stuck in a room with like twin beds and no bathroom. And Wendy came to greet them, but they were acting weird towards her. But she was still like, hey, y'all, like they took a shot together. And Wendy did her best as she could because they were being hella shady to her, like leading up to this trip. So why would she go out of her way to be overly nice to them? I feel like she did good enough as a host. She did probably about as much as I would do for people that don't really like me, okay? Why are y'all here anyway? So basically they say that they're getting their own hotel room because Giselle's foot is broken and Robin is on her period. We didn't know y'all was coming. So like whatever. And of course Robin had like some shady comment towards Wendy, like, oh, if she was a good host, she would do this and that. They just try to think of anything to get on Wendy about anything. She could have done everything for them. They could have gotten a master suite and they still would have found something to complain about Wendy for. So I'm not. No. Candace called Ashley. She said Ashley forehead Darby. Now, as somebody with a big forehead, I do take offense to that, but Ashley deserved it, all right? Ashley is being very messy this season, putting herself in situations that she wasn't even there for, but yet she's commenting on a lot of things. Where I feel like if the tables were reversed, she'd be like, but you weren't even there. She would say the same thing that the people are saying to her. So she just need to be quiet and not talk on things that she wasn't present for. That's my opinion, all right? I wasn't there either, but I'm seeing it on the TV, so I can comment. It's for my viewing pleasure. So we basically, in this episode, they were at a dinner and Ashley got into it with Candace, of course. Chris got really upset because he just wants Candace to just like not, like I said earlier, just don't take the bait every single time. And I understand Chris's frustration because he's the one that always has to like reel her in and calm her down after every breakdown that she's doing. So it's his responsibility, and it gets tiring that every time you go somewhere, your wife acts a damn fool. I'll be just as annoyed as Chris was if I had to deal with like my partner every time we went somewhere acting a complete damn fool, you know? So they head back from the dinner. Giselle was talking about she's embarrassed. We've seen you yell at dinners too, girl. Hush. Yeah, that's the potatoes for me. I'm upset. I'm almost out of potatoes. I'm mad. I should have got a large. I don't know why I was playing. Child. So they wrap it up and start heading back to the house. So they all get in like a little van or whatever. G is in the van talking about, oh, we need to hurry up and get back home so I can get in the bed. I need a piece of ass. Everybody looking like, and Mia was like, I guess I'm the piece of ass. Yeah, girl, you are, but like, y'all just met these people and y'all just, G is going out like a G, all right? So then they start just like making jokes and just having like banter and stuff in the car, and they talk about Chris and his brown dick, and G was like, he don't have a brown dick, he's white. And then Chris kind of stands up to like show his D. Candace stops him, and then G starts like twerking and acting the fool, and Ashley's in the back looking embarrassed. Then it shoots to her confessional, and she's being hella shady, talking about some Michael knows how to conduct himself in front of a group of people that he just met. Oh, really? Bet. Cut to the producers showing a scene of Michael acting a damn fool in front of people he just met a couple of seasons back. It's like, Ashley, did you forget who you're married to? Did you? Then we see Chris and Candace. They're back at the house. Chris and Candace are having a conversation about everything that went down. And Chris just says, you just need to not always say something. Just let it go. The only reason they say stuff about you or come for you is because they know you're going to react. So if you don't give them something to react on, they might just like leave you alone. And she said she's going to keep it cool for the rest of the trip. So we shall see, y'all. I don't know. Giselle and Robin leave like thieves in the night to go to their hotel room because they're too chicken shit to confront Wendy on their own and stand up and say, hey, we aren't happy with these accommodations, so we're going to leave. So they sneak off in the night like some cowards. I know they're good for the show, but they are so lame. They're so lame. And Wendy sees them sneaking out too. She was like, they just want to start something. And that's very true. So Wendy is not even... I do like that Wendy this entire trip so far has not been giving them any kind of like confrontational energy. She hasn't been giving them any type of confrontational energy. She's just been being, you know, surface level nice, or just not talking to them at all, which is like, whatever. It's not like she's being overly rude to them. She's just not like addressing them with their drama. She's letting it go. GVO, good vibes only. Okay, Wendy is really trying her best to stay in a really good headspace on this trip, and I really appreciate that from her. And I like that she's not trying to like give in to their negative energy, because they came in and just brought the whole energy down, especially Robin, child. You know how it is when you're on your monthly girl stay home. It's the next day. Everybody's waking up. They're calling their families. Mia calls her mom to check on the kids. She said one of the kids was up till 2 in the morning. Mama. Y'all, this didn't have them. I feel like this sandwich wouldn't be as good if it didn't have these pickles. The pickles are really bringing a freshness to the sandwich, all right? Then you have Ashley calling Michael. He said he's, I don't know, checking on the boys or whatever, and Michael said something. He said, oh, something like Dean was being a bad boy. And Ashley was like, don't call him a bad boy. I don't like when you call him that. That's like negative. So I want to know from the parents that are watching this, is it bad to call your kids bad? Like you're being a bad boy? I never really thought of that as being a bad thing, but let me know, y'all. Shoot, I don't have kids, but I would love to know like what the parents think about that. Michael was like, he's being bad, so I'm gonna call him a bad boy. Somebody tell me. The sparkling water is in the spot too. Orange vanilla. No, it's not like orange vanilla soda. It's like a sparkling water, so it's like orange vanilla whispered in a room, and that's the soda, the whisper. It's still good though. Let me do a little bit more to do say. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm doing damn well. Y'all was seeing this video on Wednesday. I picked this up on Tuesday, October 19th, the day it came out. I went right after work to pick this up. This is my dinner. I didn't eat all day so I could enjoy myself eating this meal. Y'all know I'm trying to lose a little weight. But I couldn't say no to the Douce, and I couldn't say no to the damn, don't nothing wrong with this. Yeah. Ooh, let me chase that with a bite of chicken. Let me taste that with a bite of chicken. I'm almost done with the burger, y'all. I'm almost done with the chicken sandwich. Ooh, I'm gonna save those potatoes. I gotta save the potatoes. I'm starting to get a little full, y'all. They called Giselle, you know, from her hotel room, and she proceeded to say something like, Wendy didn't greet her. So why would they acknowledge, or why would they let Wendy know that they were leaving? Because Wendy didn't greet them. Yes, she did. And they even showed a clip of Wendy greeting them. It's just them trying to come up with excuses as to why they're being mean to her, and they really don't have any. She didn't do anything to them. They just feel some type of way about her new attitude. Let her feel confident in her body. She just had a baby. Well, she got 3 kids now. She want to do a little something for herself, and she looks amazing. So, like, why are y'all hating on her? There's a point that comes up later in the episode, so let's go ahead and get to it. Ray finally arrives on the trip. He's greeted at the door by his fellow elder, G. They look like they would be good friends, but I don't know. G might be a little too much for Ray, okay? Ray is fragile. Anyway, they all head off to a boat day. It looks really nice, very spacious. Wendy is not speaking to Robin and Giselle. Robin and Giselle did come to the house before they headed off to the boat, and Wendy did not acknowledge them or speak to them. I don't care. Why should she have to bend her back to talk to them? Do you go talking to people that you definitely know don't like you? I know they work together and it's a show and everything, but it's like, they are the ones that are making things awkward. It's not Wendy. If they wouldn't have started the season, first of all, bringing up cheating rumors about her husband and then talking about her body, they will all be getting along this season, but they just have something against Wendy. And I don't like that. I will agree, I don't like the way that Wendy argues. She has a hard time listening to other people's sides. That's how a lot of people argue. Anyway, y'all, they head over to the boat. It's cool. Everybody's like getting drinks or whatever. I just want to say, bless the Lord for Ascala. I hope she becomes a permanent housewife, because I feel like they're not going to let her be a permanent housewife because she speaks too much reason and she's too normal. She's always the one giving valid points to arguments that would really squash it, but these dummies are too busy keeping the drama going, but that do not listen to Ascala. But I just want to give an appreciation for Ascala. I hope we see her back next season. I'm loving her energy. At first I was like, who is this? But then she started speaking up and speaking her mind, honey, and I was like, that's who that is. Ascala. So Ascala is having a conversation with Robin below the boat. They kind of go down to have like drinks or whatever. And she's like, so what is really the deal with you and Wendy? I don't like that y'all aren't friends because I'm friends with both y'all. So tell me like what it is. And Robin basically just said that their friendship isn't the same as it was a year ago. Now peep Mia down there catching the tea. She proceeds to go upstairs and lie. She said, oh, they were talking about you, Wendy. And Wendy was like, who? And what did they say? She was like, they said that you're not the same person you were a year ago, and it was Robin. Ashley's over there like, oh, so you just gossiping. Same thing you did, Ashley. So Hirsch. Wendy was like, yeah, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I've evolved. I would hope that Robin has evolved too. If she hasn't, then she needs to change. And I agree with that. Why are they so upset that Wendy is a new person than when she was a year ago? She's changing. She's growing. She's feeling more confident within her body. She's doing more things for herself. She's evolving. Robin, Giselle, what are y'all doing? I'm waiting. Thought so. Anyway, Robin makes her way up and Robin's like, so what's going on? And Mia said that you said Wendy is a complete different person from a year ago. And Robin was like, that's not what I said. And then Mia was like, oop, my bad. That's the second or maybe even the third time that Mia has gotten information wrong. Because she said the weak bitch comment that she said that she thought Giselle made. It's kind of what Giselle said, but it's not really what Giselle said. Along the same lines of it's kind of what Robin said, but it's not exactly what Robin said. So it's like, if you're finna go and tell other people's business on a conversation that had absolutely nothing to do with you, you were just down there being nosy and running it up. How about like at least get the information and the facts straight? That's not right. And that's how you can tell Mia is a great housewife, because she starts the drama, honey. She's giving me Tamra Judge energy, okay? From OC. And then you have Robin, Giselle, and Wendy kind of going at it a very little bit. Wendy isn't giving them too much. And then Giselle called her aggressive in a situation where she was being very unaggressive and very calm, actually. Now, I just saw a post today on the Shade Room where they're getting a little bit of backlash for calling Wendy aggressive, because you got two light-skinned women calling a dark-skinned woman aggressive. And they've kind of alluded to calling Wendy aggressive throughout this season, and she hasn't been aggressive at all. They just don't like her tone, but they sometimes have the same tone. So you know what it is. And they just talked about that at last year's reunion. When you call dark-skinned women certain words, you need to watch your mouth, especially as a fellow black woman. You know that there's just certain words that you don't use, because these are words that black women are always called when we are just given the same energy that a lot of other people of different races use. It's just because it's coming from a black person, they consider it aggressive. So I hope they get dragged for that, because she was not being aggressive at all in that situation. I can't even really think of a situation where Wendy has been aggressive. She's been loud a little bit, but not aggressive. Then you have Nia apologizing to Candace, which was really sweet. And it seemed like a truly genuine apology. And then Candace also in return apologizes to Mia for the things that she said about her mom. Both of their apologies seemed really genuine, and they both seemed like very sorry for the things that they said. Well, yeah, this is the end of the sandwich. I'm gonna eat this pickle though. Put this in my bag. Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his bag too. Mia further explains a little bit more about her mom, saying that her mom's been in prison. Her mom was in prison for 8 years. She's been sober for 10 years. Really proud of Mia's mom, and I hope that her mom is still sober and living her best life. And I hope that their relationship is bad, because you can definitely tell that there's a little bit of tension still between their relationship. And Mia, you can tell she wants that relationship to be a little bit stronger. So I hope it's there. Then they all head back to the house. The boat ride is over. Everybody, for the most part, has resolved their issues. There's still the tension between Giselle, Robin, and Wendy, but I don't know if that's going to get resolved, especially because Robin is so damn stubborn. Oh no, y'all, this is the last bite of the potatoes. Well, I got one. I'm going to scoop it out. Let me give it a potato. I'm going to go. Oh, I love the potato. I don't know why I was playing with the small. I really don't. They're headed back. G notices Ashley. She's sleeping in the bed. Now, she was pumping on the bow. She's tired. She's a mom of two young little babies. So let the woman catch some of these. But he's like, yo, look at Ashley. It's like, first of all, it's nothing to like get people's attention over. She was just like sleep, and her head was nodding a little bit, but so what? For whatever reason, now if it was me, I would have just kind of like laughed it off, like, yeah, I was sleeping, you got me, blah, blah, blah. Ashley took it completely offensively, and she kind of gets into it with G, like, mind your business, talk to your wife, leave me alone, I'm trying to sleep, like, I'm back here, you stay where you are, get out of my business. Very strange. They have a little bit of a back and forth, and that's where the episode ends. So next week, they're having a crab boil. We see Karen about to pop out of a cake. Everybody's like, I hope she's not naked. I hope she is, which y'all hating asses. Karen looks damn good, and she can be naked if she wants to, popping out that cake beach. And then we see G and Ashley getting into it some more. Ashley's bringing up what happened back on the bus. See, this is where I feel like Ashley is just making up stuff or trying to make nothing out of something. Very much something. Because all he was doing was just saying, hey, look at Ashley, she's sleeping. So Ashley somehow turned that into a whole thing. So she argues with G some more, which it seems like later that night. So it's like, you've been stewing over this all damn day. All he said was you was taking a nap. But anyway, they get into it a little bit. And then Mia said some weird ass comment like, where's your husband? And Ashley was like, he's at home with our kids. And Mia was like, are you sure? Because are you, girl? T. True Tina. True T. She was like, are you sure? Then speaking of Ashley and Michael, we see an awkward scene of them trying to have sex. See, this is the... I'm all for couples like getting their freak on and being sexual and stuff, but something about Ashley and Michael is not sexy to me, and I don't want to keep seeing them trying to have sex. We've done seen this since they've been on the show, and it's enough already. And then they show Ashley talking to a therapist saying, you know, she's trying to be a little bit more sexy and, you know, be sexy and have sex with her husband, but she doesn't think, she says it seems like Michael doesn't want it. Is he getting it from somewhere else? And then we see Giselle's daughter, I think it was Grace, said to Giselle, the reason we don't look up to you and Dad is because you guys have not had healthy relationships. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. That was a lot to say. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there, myself included, that can relate, but baby, the way that she said it and the way that it was like on TV and stuff. Oh, that's some tea now. And Giselle looked like she had a hard time accepting that, but it is the truth. Giselle, as much trash as she talks about everybody else, I know Giselle probably wants to find love and to find a man and all of that. And for whatever reason, she's having trouble doing that. To have your kids say that, that's a lot. And I hope for Grace and the twins' sake that they don't let that hinder them from going out and dating different types of people and trying to find that love. I hope they don't have a guard up all the time, but I feel like unfortunately that might cause a guard up when they're trying to date because of the things that they've seen their mom go through, especially with their dad and stuff. So that is like a very heavy conversation. Why are Giselle's kids bringing more to the table than Giselle as far as storylines? Can somebody tell me? Why are the kids bringing all the tea? Give them, what do they hold in Potomac? I don't even know. Put those kids in Giselle's spot. Giselle should be a friend of, and the kids should be the housewife role, okay? Because at this point, she's not giving anything but negativity and evil. So that was my recap of the latest episode of Housewives of Potomac, y'all. I'm going to try my best to do more recaps more often. I think I'm going to bring back my podcast. I'm not entirely sure yet. I hope y'all enjoyed this mukbang. I'm going to do one more shot of Douce for Meg. All right? I'm gonna do one more shot to end off the mukbang. The food was incredible. It's just the biscuits. It was a little hard. And these nuggets, I'm just very full. I'm gonna eat those later though. I'm gonna eat those later. Put these biscuits right back in here because I'm eating these later too. I waited all day for this damn meal. The hottie sauce is good. I said my cons already. I want more spice. I thought I wanted to be like sweating and whatnot, but it was still good. It was very flavorful. The flavor's great. The flavor's great. You did that, Meg. All right, so one more shot for the Stallion. Ooh, and look at that. It's time for me to go anyway. It's time for me to go anyway, y'all. Here we go. Shiver me timbers. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll go live on Sundays for Makeup and Mimosas. I will be live this Sunday, October 24th. I will also put it up here for Makeup and Mimosas. I have a special guest. Actually, I have a few special guests, and we're going to be talking about the final season of Insecure, y'all. I'm so sad the show is over, but I honestly think it's time to wrap it up. But we will talk about that and more on Makeup and Mimosas Live. Join me this Sunday at 2 o'clock EST. We're going to have fun. We're going to play games, might be a couple of giveaways or something like that. You don't want to miss it. Please be sure that you have your post notification bells on so you don't miss an upload from me and you don't miss that live, all right? With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.